I was pushed into the CEO's office by a colleague with ill intentions. They wanted to create a scandal and ruin my reputation. I was locked in the office until evening. With no other choice, I decided to spend the night there. Just then, the CEO, tired from a long day's work, returned to the office. She lazily took off her coat and collapsed onto the bed, completely unaware that there was a man in the bed. The next morning, we were still asleep. When the scheming colleague and the boss rushed in trying to catch me in the act of attempting something with the CEO, but the CEO suddenly woke up, not fully aware of who was next to her. She instinctively kicked me under the bed. When I lifted my head, we both recognized each other, and we were just as shocked to see the other person there. Neither of us understood how we ended up in this situation because, after all, we were a newly married couple. It turned out just a few days ago, the CEO's mother came to the matchmaking event eager to find a suitable match for her daughter, but the moment she entered, she was targeted by a scam artist with ill intentions. The scammer tricked her with a bunch of fake online pictures. She was immediately moved by the deception and was about to swipe her card when I snatched it away, telling her I had already called the police, and if she didn't leave, the police would come to arrest her. The scammer, realizing the situation, fled in shame. The CEO's mother, realizing she almost got scammed, felt a sense of gratitude toward me and asked if I had a girlfriend. This question hit a sore spot for me. Just the day before, I had been dumped by my girlfriend for being poor, and she had run off with my best friend. To save face, I lied, saying my girlfriend had passed away. To my surprise, the old lady looked excited and comforted me, saying that death was irreversible, but I could still find another girlfriend. Then she pulled me outside and urgently called her daughter, telling her not to reveal her CEO identity. As I was about to leave for an interview, the old lady suddenly pretended to feel dizzy. I quickly rushed to support her. At that moment, the CEO, dressed in her cleaning uniform, hurried over. The old lady was completely stunned. Seeing her daughter was unreliable, she decided to take matters into her own hands and pretended to be on the verge of death, urging me to marry the CEO reluctantly. I agreed, and the old lady floored the accelerator, taking us straight to the Civil Affairs Bureau. We had barely known each other for 2 minutes, and we were already signing our marriage certificate. The next moment, the old lady was in high spirits, calling her friends to plan a trip abroad. At that time, I received a phone call for the interview, so I rushed to the company. Just as I bent down to tie my shoe after dropping off my resume, my ex-girlfriend and my best friend appeared behind me. The atmosphere was thick with awkwardness and complex emotions, and just as the interview was about to start, my friend sneakily slid my resume into his pocket. Without my resume, I stood awkwardly under the interviewer's gaze and was ruthlessly eliminated. Knowing someone was working against me, I decided not to give up and asked the CEO for another chance to interview. A little later, when the CEO saw the list of eliminated candidates, her heart skipped a beat. She discovered that I had actually ranked first in the test. Shock, pain, and confusion flooded her all at once. As she questioned her secretary, I was already standing at the door of her office.